If you've been anywhere near the self-publishing world lately, you've heard the same thing repeated over and over again, that Amazon KDP is impossible in 2026, that there's way too much competition, that the whole thing is completely saturated, and that there's no opportunity left when it comes to selling books on Amazon. And in my opinion, that's completely wrong, and I think the people saying it are measuring the wrong thing entirely. So in this video, I want to show you why I actually believe 2026 is one of the best years to be doing this. And then I'm gonna walk you through my whole method, the entire funnel I use, with every principle behind it, so you can see this opportunity the way I see it instead of the way everybody keeps describing it. The first thing you have to understand is who you're really competing with here, because it's probably not who you think. 99% of the people trying to sell books on Amazon KDP are people looking for a side hustle. They want something simple, something they can do on the side, a way to make a bit of extra money without turning their whole life upside down. And honestly, Amazon KDP is one of the best simple side hustles you can start. I'm not gonna argue with that at all. The problem shows up the moment you treat it as nothing more than that. If your entire plan is to create a book, turn on Amazon ads and wait for money to show up, then you're doing the exact same thing as 99% of the people on that platform, with the same tools, in the same place, chasing the same customers. That's not a fight you can win, and it's got nothing to do with whether Amazon KDP actually works. So the real question, the one this whole video is about, is how you become part of the 1% instead. And getting there starts with something most people really don't want to hear, which is that you have to embrace complexity. You have to accept that Amazon KDP is saturated, genuinely saturated, full of the same books written by the same kind of authors, doing the exact same things in the exact same order. And once you accept that, there's really only one way left to make money out of it, and that's taking self-publishing and turning it into a real business instead of a side hustle. Now, I know what most of you are thinking right now, because I've been thinking it too. Yeah, but the good part of Amazon KDP is that it's simple, it's easy to start, the barrier to entry is basically zero, and if you turn it into some complicated business thing, then you've lost the one thing that made it attractive in the first place. And I agree with you, I really do. But here's the thing. I started Amazon KDP about 3 years ago, and the situation back then was very similar to what it looks like today. AI already existed, people were already using it, everybody was already doing the same things in the same way, and I've heard some version of "it's too late now" every single year since. What actually changed for me had nothing to do with the platform. It was the decision to stop treating it like a side hustle. Because if you decide to treat Amazon KDP like a normal business, you can make a lot of money out of it. And not only on KDP itself, but across different offers, different products, different sources of income that all connect back to the same thing. And once you start looking at it that way, you notice how good Amazon actually is at the specific job it's doing for you. You can create your products for free with print on demand, so there's no stock, no money up front, nothing sitting in your house waiting to sell. And you get to sell on a platform that everybody in the world already trusts, which is worth a lot more than most people realize. Think about what that removes on the customer side. They already buy things on Amazon, they already have their credit card saved there. They already know that if something goes wrong, they get their money back. So the only thing they have to do is click the buy button. That's an enormous amount of friction gone before you've done anything at all. And building that kind of trust on your own would take you years and a lot of money. So over these 3 years, I spent a lot of time studying how you actually build a real business that lasts. And my intuition was that I could take Amazon KDP and the books I sell through it and use them as one single step inside a much bigger funnel. My goal was never to create book after book after book and just sell them. It was never that simple. And honestly, it was never that interesting to me either. I embraced complexity instead, and I built a hierarchy, a series of steps that my customers move through one after the other, and I put Amazon KDP as the second step of the funnel. So instead of publishing a lot of books and playing the volume game, which is the game everybody else is playing, you get to play a completely different one. You play the real business game, where you have a funnel, your book is one of your products, and every single step inside that funnel has a specific aim and a specific goal. So now I'm gonna explain to you exactly how I build my business and my different brands, and walk you through the whole method with all the principles you need to follow. The first thing you have to do is decide your market, the right market, and what you're looking for is a starving crowd. This is fundamental, and you're not gonna find it through keywords. Keywords only ever represent one part of the market. They show you the people who are searching for a solution to their problem on Amazon right now and who have already decided that the solution they want comes in the form of a book. That's a very small piece of everyone who could actually buy from you. So we're gonna find the market in a completely different way. There are 4 indicators of a good market, and your job is to maximize all 4 of them. The first one is massive pain. The customer should have a problem they desperately want solved, because the stronger that pain is, the more valuable your solution is allowed to become. And there's a second thing that happens with pain, which is that if you can understand it and articulate it accurately, the person on the other side feels understood. And that feeling is absolutely fundamental to everything that comes after it. The second indicator is purchasing power. And this is the one almost everybody underestimates, because they think, all right, my book costs $15 and pretty much everyone has $15, so who cares? But once you start thinking about this like a real business, you realize your customers are gonna pay you more than once. They'll buy your book and then you want to sell them other products too. So the audience has to have enough money to purchase your solution, and your solution is a lot bigger than just the book. This is fundamental because a market can have huge pain and a huge number of people in it and still be a terrible market if those people can afford the solution. And sometimes, like we'll see in a minute, the fact that they bought your book isn't enough on its own, because Amazon ads cost a lot. And there are situations where you just break even selling books through ads. In that specific case, it becomes fundamental that the same people who bought your book go on to buy other products from you, specifically higher ticket products that cost a lot more. And the good part is that you can promote those for free because you already have the lead, which is the person who bought your book. The third indicator is that the market is easy to target. You need to be able to find your ideal customers, which means you have to be able to say exactly who your customer is and what their specific traits are. And this is fundamental because, like we said, you're gonna build the product around the massive pain that specific audience, that specific customer feels every single day. So you have to be able to easily identify every single trait they have. The fourth indicator is that the market is growing, because a growing market gives you a tailwind and you feel it in everything you do. AI is the obvious one right now. It's a big opportunity. But when you create a book about AI, you have to understand that AI changes every single day. So it's very difficult to make something that holds its value over time. So you have to think about it strategically. You already know there's this huge thing happening with AI, and you also know it changes too frequently. So what you do is focus on a part of AI that isn't moving that fast. For example, you can talk about how to survive the AI revolution if you're a normal employee who doesn't want to lose their job. You can focus on the psychological side of it, how to go through the AI revolution without feeling oppressed by this new technology. Or you can go into the learning part of that market, because a lot of people want to stay updated on everything coming out every single day. So you can create a book that explains how to stay updated without feeling overwhelmed, and how to understand whether something is genuinely valuable or whether it's just noise. Alright, so now that you've identified the right market, you want to build your funnel. And if you understand how to do this, you'll immediately outperform 99% of publishers. So listen carefully to this part. Inside your funnel, there are 3 different offers. First of all, there's the core offer. And the core offer is what you normally sell in exchange for money, which in our case is simply your book. Your book is the core offer. And I'm not saying the book is the thing that's gonna make you the majority of the money, because it isn't. It's the thing you want to promote, the main offer you put in front of people. The second type of offer is the lead magnet. And a lead magnet is a complete solution to a narrow problem that attracts the kind of people who might later want your core offer. Inside the funnel, it sits before the core offer, so the lead magnet is the first step. And this is where I do something very different from what everybody else is doing. Usually people put a lead magnet inside their book. And then once somebody's bought their book, they use the lead magnet to sell them more books. That's a good strategy, and I'm not telling you to drop it, because you obviously want to keep collecting leads even after someone's already bought from you. But the real game changer is collecting leads before they buy the book, because that's how you put them in the condition of buying it in the first place. And when I say leads, I just mean the email addresses of those people. Nothing more complicated than that. Your lead magnet has to follow 5 very specific rules. The first one is that it should be valuable all by itself. The second is that it solves a real problem. The third is that it creates trust. The fourth is that it reveals a larger problem. And the fifth is that it makes your core offer the natural next step. And that first rule is worth sitting on for a second, because your lead magnet should be so valuable that you could genuinely sell it. When somebody goes through it, they shouldn't be thinking this is just free stuff. They should be thinking that if this is what he's giving away for free, then the paid product has to be extremely valuable. So my strategy is to start from the lead magnet, and once I've created something that good, I want to promote it more than I promote the book, because the book is the core offer. And before you can sell a core offer, you need people who could actually want it. I start promoting it in 2 different ways. The first one is on social platforms with organic content. I start promoting it in 2 different ways. The first one is on social platforms with organic content. I use Instagram and TikTok mostly. I'm also testing YouTube, and honestly, through this channel, I do this a lot. I've got 3 lead magnets running, and it's a really good way to get a lot of leads for free. The second thing I do is a bit more advanced, and it's running ads. Though I don't run Amazon ads, I run Meta ads, because you have way more control over there. You get to choose the creative, you can test a lot more, and you can actually understand what's working better and what isn't. This way I produce a lot of leads, and you don't have to invest a lot of money to do it, because you're offering something for free. So a lot of people will take your offer even if you're only investing something like $5 per day. And the better you get at creating those ads and creating the organic content on whatever social platforms you're using, the less each lead is going to cost you. Once you've got the leads, you have to sell them the book. And you can use email marketing for that with some very simple emails. But what I suggest is offering the book at the end of the free lead magnet itself. It doesn't really matter what format your free resource takes. It could be a guide, a small video course, a single video lesson, a masterclass, or something more practical like a spreadsheet or a specific tool. Even with those resources, at the end of them, you put a box or a part of the video where you make them understand that the problem you're solving through that free resource is only a small part of a much bigger problem. They have to understand that bigger problem, and if you're good at making them understand it, it becomes a lot easier for them to click on the link to Amazon where you have your book, the book that explains everything about that bigger problem. And that's how a lot of people end up buying it. So your specific goal here is to collect a lot of leads and have the people who buy your book pay for the ads that you're running. If you break even, you're good, because inside the book you have so much more space to explain every single step and to make the third offer. So after the lead magnet and after the core offer, which is your book, there's the third offer, and that's the high ticket offer. This is the one that's gonna make you the most money, because if you can get a lot of leads for free, maybe breaking even between what the ads cost you and the money you get from Amazon KDP, then the good part is that a small percentage of those people are gonna buy your high ticket offer. And this has to be a generally high ticket offer, something that costs more than $500. That's really good for your business, because if you stop at Amazon KDP with nothing but the creation of books, you can't increase the lifetime customer value by very much at all. With this method instead, you can create something like a complete video course, one-to-one coaching calls, done-for-you services, any high-ticket offer really. And a small percentage of the people who bought your book are gonna come back and ask you for more. And those are the people who buy it. And the number of people who buy your high-ticket offer doesn't have to be that big. If 10 people in a month buy it, you've made $5,000. Even if you only broke even on the book and the ads. The very good part of this business model is that once you've created the entire funnel, you're done. The only thing you have to worry about after that is the promotion of the lead magnet and improving every step of the funnel you already built. So you optimize the ads, or you optimize the free content you're creating. And it's completely possible to make a lot of money here, even if you never want to put money into ads at all. You can do all of it with organic content. At the very beginning, you can even start with nothing but book promotion through social media and then bring ads in later if you want them. I prefer meta ads myself because of the control and because you can target people from outside of Amazon. And that last part is really the whole thing. You're bringing in people who weren't on Amazon looking for anything, and the fact that this step of the funnel lives on Amazon makes it very easy to sell your book because it's Amazon and everyone uses it. Compare that to targeting only the customers who are already on Amazon searching for a specific solution in book form, which is something like 1% of the market. So let me put some numbers on it so you can see the shape of the thing. This way, you can sell 100 copies in 1 month and break even. And at the same time, those 100 people can become about 5 people who buy your $1,000 high ticket offer, which is $5,000 from those same 100 buyers. Those 100 buyers came out of your total leads, which can be something like 1,000 people, where only 100 of them bought the book. But all 1,000 of those people are still your leads, and they can still be convinced to buy the book and enter the next step of the funnel because you have their contact. That's where email marketing comes in, nurturing the relationship with them, offering them other free lead magnets and resources that make them understand you're actually an expert at this, and optimizing the money you spend to get that first sale. Because once you have a lead, you have it forever. You can sell your book to that person 3 months after you got them. Now, I know that if you're used to the volume game, the keyword game, the Amazon game, everything I just explained can seem really complex, and I completely understand that reaction. But think about what it's actually replacing. You're focusing on one single market, one single niche, and one single funnel, instead of spreading yourself across a lot of different books, hoping that one of them turns out to be the gem that makes you a lot of money. That saves you an enormous amount of time and an enormous amount of money, because in the end, you're only focusing on 3 products, which are your lead magnet, your core offer, which is the book, and your high ticket offer. And that's it, you're done. From there, you just optimize the funnel and you'll make a lot of money through it if you understand your market and you've chosen the right market and the right products. So that's the method, and that's why I don't believe for a second that Amazon KDP is finished in 2026. The side hustle version of it is finished, and honestly, it deserves to be, because millions of people are running that exact same playbook and there's nothing left in there for any of them. The version where Amazon is one deliberate step inside a business you actually build is wide open, and it's wide open precisely because almost nobody's willing to embrace the complexity of it. And if you want me to go deeper on all of this, I'm building a free community where I teach exactly these things: the funnel, the lead magnets, how to choose your market, all of it. And the link is down in the description if you want to come in. Let me know in the comments if everything was clear, if you like this way of thinking about Amazon KDP and about this business in general, and if you've already tried something I explained in this video, because I'm genuinely curious to know where you're at with it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.